Cesar, who opened up the scoring in this contest between Crispa and Tanduay, missing on a drive in play. And Cleophas has it now for the Esquires. The count is 5-4, Tanduay by 1. It's a 3-point lead now as Eli Capasio connects from the keyhole. He's been looking pretty sharp for the Esquires. We have for Crispa, Fabiosa, Natividad, Javier, Ubalde, and Philip Cesar on the court. The green-shirted jeans makers, who are now the Redmanizers, by the way. They have replaced the jeans maker title to Redmanizer once again. Are in the offensive. Fabiosa driving in and getting a foul from Cleophas.
Cleophas picks up foul number 1. 9 minutes and 43 seconds to go. 7 and 4. That's 7 points for Tanduay and 4 points for Crispa.
3-point try by Philip Cesar is good. It's all tied at 7-all. For the Esquires, we have Joey Cleophas and Rolly Pineda manning the backcourt. Castillo at the pivot together with Eli Capasio and Abe Monzon. Monzon with a fade, yes. 9-7. Tanduay by 2, 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the front court. It's Javier moving against Castillo. He gets away for a layup and a miss. Ubalde loses the ball to the baseline. 9 minutes and 12 seconds to go. 2-point advantage by Tanduay. They didn't make it to the semifinals in the Open Tournament, the first conference of the 1980 season. And so together with 5 other quintets that didn't make it, they were able to bone up and sharpen up their All Filipino skills for almost 3 months. And this is the first official engagement of Tanduay. Cleophas crowded. Lead pass to Fabiosa. Fabiosa all alone for the equalizer. It's 9-all. The assist coming from Freddy Ubalde, who, by the way, is celebrating his birthday today. And we have greetings being extended to him by the National Crispinians, headed by Jean Mirabueno. Auspicious start for Freddy Ubalde in the All Filipino. Philip Cesar rebounding beautifully. Ubalde driving in, sidestepping, setting up Fabiosa. Fabiosa missing from the flank. Ubalde losing the ball, but it's tapped over to Javier for a reverse hit. Jimmy Javier gives a lead to Crispa, 11-9. 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go. The defending champion in this All-Filipino tourney is the Crispa Redmanizers. And this is the last chance for Crispa to win a title this season. While Toyota has figured in 2 finals, both of which were unsuccessful attempts to win a title, Crispa has always fallen by the wayside during the closing elimination round games. And they've never really had a try at a crown this season so far. I recall that after their Grand Slam in 1976, they won 6 titles straight in a stretch, which is still the record now in the PBA's 6-year existence. But in 1978, they were blanked. They didn't win a single title for the first time in that year. So this year, they are trying to stave off another blanked season by gunning and defending the All Filipino title. Fabiosa was fouled. He converted, and it'll be the first 3-point player for Crispa.
7 minutes and 28 seconds to go. A spectator just yelled out there something directed to Baby De Lupan. We want Soriano. It's because Rudy Soriano is now playing for the Crispa Redmanizers. He must have recuperated already from a knee injury which he suffered several years back, at least, what, 3 years?
3 years, yes.
Could be about 3 years.
Been operated twice, I understand.
Yes, and if and when he's able to come back and play, we'd like to give him a big welcome. That's Rudy Soriano.
Natividad getting a loose ball and losing it to the baseline. It bounced off his right foot. Natividad teamed up with Fabiosa for that steal, but they weren't able to hang on. It's 14-11 now. Crispa changing its name to its Lucky Redmanizer title is still listed as walk tall on the Coliseum board. The change must have come so late before the start of the All Filipino that the Coliseum scoreboard man has not been informed of it, so it's still walk tall up there on the scoreboard.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dick, but as far as I can recollect, the Crispa team has never won a championship under any other name but the Redmanizers.
Definitely so, and this
That's
is
right.
one of the biggest reasons why the Redmanizer tag has been restored to Crispa. And as you know, Danny Floro and Baby Dalupan are believers in, as they call, pamahiins, and this is certainly one belief that has been proven time and again. Every time they change the name of the team to some other title, it used to be called the Redmanizers, then they shifted over to the Cement Mixers, and that was a short-lived name for Crispa. Then they went back to Redmanizers, and after that, the Gene Smokers took over. They even tried the 400s.
Cement mixers.
Yes.
400s, cement mixers, and what else?
The Gene Smokers
400
was the
Gene
final.
Makers.
Yeah.
And none of these changes in team names resulted in titles for Crispa. We've got an offensive foul going against Cleophas.
That's foul number 3 on Joy Cleophas. In the meantime, Tito Eduque, whom I bumped into in one of the TV programs one of the TV specials, has been pretty optimistic about his team, and he gave me the impression that he would be acquiring 2 useful, tall players for the Tanduay team, but we don't see it here. Do you have any information on any new acquisitions by Tanduay?
I really do not know, and the way things are now, I think no lineups, no changes in lineups are
but there are only
possible.
there are only what 10 players here on the Tanduay side.
That's right.
That have shown up.
5 in the bench and
5 on the bench and 5 playing. So there may still be 2 more
maybe
in
they're
storage.
securing. No, it's possible that they have signed a contract, but the clearances as required now may not be yet finalized.
I see.
And one must really run the gauntlet in clearances before one can join the PBA. Pineda, cross court now to Monzon. Joy Dionisio is in for Crispa. De La Rosa bouncing it over, and there's the 25-second buzzer indicating a violation has been committed by Tanduay for a turnover, and we've got a timeout.
Carrier Air Conditioners, #1 nationwide, #1 worldwide.
17-13 is a count in favor of Crispa with 5 minutes and 20 seconds to go. De La Rosa with a pass to Monzon, one of the starters of the Esquires. Fabiosa switching on Monzon. De La Rosa on the outside. Pass goes to Capascio. The layup by Capascio bounces away, and Hubalde pulls down the rebound. The pitch to Cesar. Cesar tapping it over to Javier, who lays up on a semi-hook setup. 19-13 is a count. 4 minutes and 52 seconds to go. 6-point advantage for the Redmanizers. Sanchez from left quarter court, rimming out. Hubalde again. Celebrating his birthday today, sidestepping, laying up, and missing. Recovery by Capascio. De La Rosa moves into the front court, faking and connecting. He faked the pass. Fabiosa was slightly late from behind. 19-15. Crispa by 14. Hubalde hands off to Fabiosa. 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Beautiful pass to Philip Cesar for a fake and a connection. The Redmanizers have been the most fortunate among the PBA clubs to have acquired the services of 3 prize imports. And these are Romy Mamaril, who still hasn't been fielded in. He's the tallest cager now on the pro circuit. Joy Carpio, who has been a very prolific scorer in the Mica, and Frank Natividad. A turnaround hit by Eli Capascio. Natividad was a standout in the UAAP.
Yes, he was. He was one of the mainstays of the Far Eastern University team.
But we still have yet to see Natividad break loose or settle down in the pro ranks. He probably is still adjusting. We've got a foul committed by Joy Dionisio on Rolly Pineda. Gutierrez will be fielded in.
Makes that foul number 1. Monzon is now being replaced by Gutierrez. Javier is likewise given a rest by Abet Gidaben. Javier gets a round of applause, and quite possibly part of that applause goes to Abet Gidaben himself, because he has shown very well in the last conference.
Second conference,
Yes.
yes. It was outstanding.
There's an offensive foul spotted by referee Bartolome against Rolly
That's
Pineda.
foul number 3.
And we've got a Crispa, or rather a Tanduay timeout.
Carrier Air Conditioners, #1 nationwide, #1 worldwide.
Back to the action, Freddy Hubalde for Crispa. To Joy Dionisio Cesar, top of the key. He's been looking sharp. Abid Gidabin, Fabiosa back to Cesar. 3 minutes ago, Cesar with a running try. Yes. 23-17. Philip Cesar with an interception. His pitch, however, is counter-intercepted by Capascio. Canet is in the game for Tanduay, together with Vic Sanchez and Gutierrez. Canet against Fabiosa, which is a very interesting matchup of small men. Canet to Sanchez. Long try by Vic Sanchez. Rebound to Hubalde. Hubalde is forced into a jump. Cesar was yelling out for a possible pass, but Hubalde got tied up. It'll be a jump between Freddy Hubalde and Bert De La Rosa. The tap is won by De La Rosa, but it goes to Abid Gidabin. We've got palming the ball for a double dribble by Abid Gidabin. He was undecided. He wanted to pass, and he wanted to continue dribbling. You can't do both in basketball. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. It'll be a center line throw-in. Tanduay in the offensive and trailing by 6 points. This is only the first period. It's been action-packed all the way through. Gutierrez rims out. The rebound going to Cesar. Dionisio. Back to Gidabin. Gidabin with a jumper. Yes. He has perfected that running jump shot of his. And that's very difficult to stop because Abid Gidabin is pretty tall at 6'4". De La Rosa against Joy Dionisio. Gutierrez watched closely by Hubalde. The handoff to De La Rosa. Hubalde crowding him, and his shot is an air ball attempt. Under the basket, it's a follow-up by Capascio, and Vic Sanchez didn't even have to jump for that connection. A gimme hit for Vic Sanchez. 25-19. A minute and 35 to go. The pass goes to Hubalde. Inside to Dionisio, and there is the whistle by referee Ting Cruz. Spotted a foul on the play. It's De La Rosa's contact. Penalty situation enforced against Tanduay. So it'll be 2 charities on that De La Cruz or De La Rosa foul on Joy Dionisio. In the meantime, here comes the fortune cookie, Atoy Ko, skipper of the Crispa Redmanizers, replacing Bernie Fabiosa. Ko seeing action for the first time. 2 hits from the line by Joy Dionisio. It's 27-19 as Crispa starts to pull away. A minute and 20 seconds to go. De La Rosa against Dionisio. Canet has it. Watched by Ko this time. Over to Gutierrez. Gutierrez hooks a pass. It's almost intercepted. Capascio and Hubalde land out of bounds, and the ball is given to the Crispa Redmanizers. A minute and 8 seconds left. Ko inside to Gidabin. His pass a little too long for Abid Gidabin. Passing error by Ko. 64 ticks to go before the end of the first period. Rene Canet slows it down somewhat. Looks like the instructions for the Esquires is to go for those set plays and slow down the pace of the game.
That's
that
right.
Crispa is a good running team.
Dick. It's true. I think Tito is more playing with time and acquire more high-pressing shots by bringing it closer, but he's not converting it.
That's right. And we've got a fast break by Crispa, completed by Atoy Ko, set up by Philip Cesar. Now it's 29-19, a 10-point advantage for Crispa. De La Rosa to Sanchez. Out again to Canet. Canet getting away from Dionisio, but he gives a pass to De La Rosa. De La Rosa banks it in. 29-21. Crispa lead 8 points. Caught to Dionisio. Over to Hubalde. One-handed hit by Freddy Hubalde. 31-21. 1 second left. There goes the first quarter home. So after 12 minutes of play, it's a 10-point lead enjoyed by Crispa Redmanizers, 31 against 21 for the Tanduay Esquires. We'll be back.
Time the comeback of Rudy Soriano, and he was given a round of applause here at the Araneta Coliseum during our commercial break as he was put in by Baby Dalupan. Let's see if Rudy Soriano will be able to adjust readily to the type of play of Crispa now after 3 years of absence.
I was remarking to Bai Momar that Rudy Soriano is a type of player who is not burdened down by the problem of putting on additional weight. He's got a natural lean
Yes,
build.
he's not skinny, but he's just lean.
That's right. Which reminds us of your playing days, Bai, when you were very, very lean for your size and
Yeah,
height.
I was 6'1". I was weighing only 145, 140.
That really is a light build for a player who stands 6'1". But Rudy Soriano, though, still looks sharp
Sharp, yes.
despite his long layoff. I'm sure he must have been practicing with the Crispa Redmanizers for
He
quite
had
some
been,
time.
according to my information, he had been practicing all the way.
And he was accompanying the Crispa team during every invitational game. We've got a hit by Crispa once again. Abid Gidabin set up on that play, 33-23. Crispa by 10. 10 minutes and 48 seconds to go.
The way Crispa is playing right now, as the Blacks would put it, they look bad.
Very, very.
Rene Canent with that very shifty maneuver of his against Ko. De La Rosa gets a pass. And Dionisio tapped the ball, but it went to Canent. Canent fires and misses. A tip in, it was a little short. Philip Cesar's pass goes to Ko. Ko over to Soriano. Soriano with a layup. It sinks. His first hit after a long layoff in the pro circuit. He gets a round of applause. People love human interest, and Rudy
Yeah, he is
Soriano's story
fantastic ball
is
handler.
full of human interest. The court magician is back. Beautiful maneuver by Abid Gutierrez from right to left with a layup completing that offensive move. 35-25, 10 minutes and 5 seconds ago.
Warning on Tanduay.
We have a warning issued against Tanduay for handling the ball after the conversion was made by Gutierrez. Second offense of this nature will mean a technical foul. Philip Cesar crowded. Joy Dionisio has it. Atoy Ko crowded by De La Rosa. He twists around, fires, overshoots. Abid Gidabin is fouled. It's a loose ball foul by Capascio.
Capascio picks up the foul. It's foul number 1, and it's Atoy Ko again, who is in very deep or big pressure to deliver the Crispa Red Ball or the Crispa Redmanizers. He has been having a very difficult time. Let's find out if Atoy can find the range.
Atoy with a beautiful setup for Soriano, who misses. Soriano missing open try, set up by a back pass by the Fortune Cookie. Canent harassed by Dionisio. He lays up, overshoots. Unsuccessful offensive thrust again. Intercepted pass by Capascio. 2-on-1 situation. Canent out of the basket. He hurried, and we've got Cesar losing the ball. Canent has it, and he makes sure of that hit. Philip Cesar bobbled. He was contested by Capascio and Sanchez.
He was looking for a foul there.
It was a hard-earned basket, though, for the Esquires. 35-27. Atoy Ko moving around. He loses the ball. It bounces off the chest of Sanchez, who is now being replaced by Nat Castillo.
Sanchez is now, yes, replaced. 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go. 35-27 for Crispa.
Dionisio setting Atoy Ko up for the hit. 15-foot jumper by the Fortune Cookie. 37-27. It's a 10-point advantage enjoyed by Crispa. Sporting their title-winning name, the Redmanizer Quintet. Castillo all the way to Capascio. Capascio against Gidabin. He twists around, lays up, misses. Gidabin bobbles, recovers at the baseline. 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Philip Cesar in the front court. Cesar back to Ko. 3-point try by Atoy Ko. Short. And Soriano was boxed out by Castillo. 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Canent barreling into Cesar. No foul called. Castillo over to De La Rosa for the fake. De La Rosa missing. And Atoy Ko pulls it down. 7:53 to go. Crispa fast breaking. Soriano with a layup. Set up by Ko. That's a third assist by Atoy Ko. for Rudy Soriano. As if saying, welcome back, partner.
Ato has been pretty unselfish with his play tonight.
I think they're building up
Yes,
the
they
confidence
want
of
to give
Soriano.
him that old zing again that he used to enjoy in the pivot. There's a whistle. We've got a foul by Gidabin.
Gidabin picks up foul number 1.
Cesar.
7 minutes and 29 seconds to go. Cesar is now lifted by Joy Carpio, and he gets a round of applause. We've got 39-27 on the board. 12 points by the Crispa Redmanizers.
Cross-court pass. Gutierrez fires it short. Recovered by Ko. The lead pass for Soriano. Soriano swiveling around, attempting and missing. It's Gidabin following up. Too much height and too much power under that basket. Enjoyed by Crispa. 41-27. Look at the men on the court for them. Rudy Soriano, Joy Carpio, Apit Gidabin, Atoy Ko, and Joy Dionisio. Among the 5, it's only Dionisio who is below 6. We've got a foul by Soriano, and it'll be a 3-point play for, is it Nat Castillo? Yes. He will be taking the bonus charity.
First foul by Rudy Soriano, whose name is represented by the number 7 on the board. A very late addition to the Crispa team, most probably, as the Araneta boys have not been able to prepare his name board. 7 minutes and 1 second to go. 28 points for Tanduay, 41 for Crispa.
We've got a tap out by Castillo, who has been assigned to Joy Carpio. 6 minutes and 57 seconds to go. The inbound by Carpio goes to Dionisio. Dionisio moving in against Canet. Oh, there was a hard slap. The foul going against De La Rosa.
De La Rosa picks up foul number 2 with 6 minutes and 52 to go. 41-30, 11 points by Crispa.
The inbound by Ko all the way to Gidabin. Gidabin against Evangelista. He gets an easy layup. 43-30. It's a 13-point advantage by Crispa. 6 and 40 to go. Second period. Interception by Joy Dionisio on a pass by Canet. Dionisio weaving in, and Canet crossing his path, causing Dionisio to hit the deck. It's a foul by Canet. Not in the act of shooting, though.
Yes, but he picks up foul number 1, and this gives Tanduay a total of 3 team fouls in the second quarter against 2 fouls by Crispa, who are enjoying a 13-point advantage, 43-30.
Loose ball picked up by Dionisio after a weak attempt by Soriano, and Dionisio connects. We've got a technical foul
on
going against
Gidabin.
Abit Gidabin.
Technical foul, Gidabin.
It looks like
Holding the ball,
Gidabin may have held on to that ball after the conversion.
After the warning.
That's right.
6 minutes and 24 seconds to go. 45-30. Baby DeLupan is inquiring about something. Okay, ball possession to Tanduay.
6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Canet, that crouching dribble of his. He doesn't attempt, he just goes out again from the pressure zone. Monzon misses from the right flank. Turnaround try by Castillo. The tip-in is good by Monzon. 45-33. 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Carpio moving against Evangelista. He lays up. He is blocked. The loose ball tapped over to Canet. 5 minutes and 57 seconds to go. Canet with a diagonal pass to De La Rosa. De La Rosa with a flank try. It trickles out. The rebound is won by Carpio. Carpio's pass deflected. Recovered by Monzon. But he stepped on the center line.
Not the center line, the side line.
Oh, the sideline, right. Okay, we've got some substitutions and a Tanduay timeout. Ed Espinosa is in the game now for Crispa. 45-33 for the Redmanizers. They lead by 12, 5 minutes and 38 seconds left. This is the second period. Carpio moving against Evangelista. Short pass to Abit Gidabin. Gidabin is under, and the ball bounces off him. He was blocked very well by Castillo and Evangelista. The battle under the basket has been very intense among the big men. Canet with a bounce pass to Evangelista. Castillo to Canet. Canet from the right flank, crowded by Carpio, double teamed by Espinosa with a foul. Spotted on the play. The foul going against Espinosa.
That's foul number 1 on Espinosa with 5 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. 45-33, 12 points by Crispa.
De La Rosa with a pass into Castillo. Castillo fires and it's tipped in by Evangelista. 45-35, 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go. Dionisio against Monzon. He taps it over to Espinosa. Espinosa fires and rims out. Carpio follows up, and there is contact on the play. The foul goes against, let's see.
Foul Evangelista.
It's Evangelista's contact.
First foul by Evangelista with 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go. 45-35, Crispa with a 10-point advantage. In the first quarter, Crispa had 60% from the field at 12 out of 20 against Tanduay's low 39% at 9 out of 23 tries. As you know, Tanduay lost that first quarter by 10 points at 31 against 21, and they have not recovered as yet. They are trading by 11 points at the moment. The charity shooting of Crispa was good at 4 out of 8 or 4 out of 5, and Tanduay had a better average at 3 out of 3. But we have the rebounds dominated by Tanduay in the first quarter, 13 against 10, against 7 assists by Crispa and 4 by Tanduay. Both of them committed 5 errors in the contest for the first quarter. Castillo has committed a foul. That's going to be foul number 1 on Castillo. This will be team foul number 5 on Tanduay side against 3 by Crispa with 4:31 to go. Score 47. No, make that 48-37.
Atico converted, replying to a hit earlier by Bert De La Rosa. De La Rosa with a layup, and there is a foul, says referee Ledesma, going against Abit Gidaben. 2 charities for De La Rosa.
Foul Gidaben.
Gidaben picks up foul number 2 with 4 minutes and 21 seconds to go. 48-37, it's still an 11-point advantage by Crispa. Here's De La Rosa at the line. Bert De La Rosa attempting and connecting. Wearing jersey number 7, we've got 4:21 to go. 48-37. No, make that 48-38. Make that 48-39. And alone. Cheering squad up there in the bleachers section cheering for Tanduay with 4 minutes and 16 seconds to go.
Out of the basket, try by Abit Gidaben results in contact by Castillo.
Foul
Gidaben will take 2 from the line.
Castillo picks up foul number 2 with 4 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. 48-39. This is Abit Gidaben at the line wearing jersey number 5. He sets his sights. He releases and connects. The referees for this contest are Cruz, Bartolome, and this is Ledesma. 2 hits by Gidaben. This should be Gidaben's 10th point tonight. Okay, 4:12 to go, 50 against 39.
We're still in the first half. Second attraction in the opening doubleheader of the PBA All Filipino Conference. Air ball attempt by Monzon, the save by Evangelista, recovered by Abit Gidaben. Carpio with a pass to Dionisio. Back to Carpio on a give and go for the layup 2. 52-39. Good assist by Dionisio. 3 minutes and 48 seconds to go. De La Rosa to Monzon. Monzon assigned to Abit Gidaben. Canent versus Espinosa. Canent cross court to Monzon. There's a cut by Castillo. Doesn't get the pass. Interception by Espinosa. Perfectly timed. And he lays it in easily. 54-39. Espinosa showing the speed that was his biggest asset, perhaps, in making the Crispa Redmanizer quintet. Monzon out to De La Rosa. De La Rosa watched closely by Dionisio. Sorry miss by De La Rosa. Gidaben to Carpio. Carpio sidestepping, firing, and connecting. 56-39. Crispa breaking away now by 17 big points. De La Rosa to Evangelista. Evangelista crowded by Carpio. Castillo loses the ball on a tap by Dionisio. It bounced off the knee of Castillo, and the brakes are going against Tanduay. We've got another timeout.
Carrier air conditioners, #1 nationwide, #1 worldwide.
A cut by Abit Gidaben. He missed the try, but there is contact spotted on the play. A loose ball foul going against Rene Canent on the ensuing rebound play after the miss by Gidaben. It was a set play with Gidaben coming in from the right flank and getting a pass from Atoico. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Ed Espinosa driving in. He jumps it past to Carpio. Left-handed layup by Joy Carpio. Now it's a 19-point advantage by Crispa, 58-39. Lopsided lead for the Redmanizers, making a very auspicious start in the All Filipino in defense of their crown. Fabiosa to Carpio, and Carpio kicks the ball out. He had that basket already notched under his belt.
In contrast, a display of contrasts. Baby Dalupan was shaking his head, looking disappointed, and there was Danny Flora raising his hand, saying, "It's all right."
De La Rosa brings the ball into the front court of the Esquires. 19-point advantage enjoyed by Crispa. Castillo jumping and missing. The rebound to Capaccio, and there is Espinosa embracing Capaccio from behind. It's a foul by Espinosa.
Foul Espinosa.
Espinosa picks up foul number 2. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go.
De La Rosa prepares to inbound. Pineda. Watched by Espinosa. Capaccio against Gidabin. Running try by Capaccio. Short. Gidabin controls. Quick pass goes to Ko. 1 minute and 52 to go. First half. Ko goes in all the way. He lays up. It's short, but he is fouled. It'll be 2 charities for Atoy Ko.
1 minute and 50 to go.
Foul,
58 to
Pineda.
39. Pineda is charged with his 4th foul.
Pineda, 4
Pineda
foul.
has 4 fouls now. And here's Atoy Ko connecting.
Gidabin.
Gidabin is now replaced by
Carpio.
Javier, and Carpio is lifted by Philip Cesar. 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. Atoy Ko connecting on his first try. He's got 7 points. This is the 8th point by Atoy, who has contributed 2 rebounds likewise and 3 assists plus 1 block shot.
21-point advantage by the Redmanizers over the Esquires. 1 minute and 43 seconds left. First half action. Castillo fires and misses. And there's a tap by Philip Cesar, unable to control the ball before it went out. It'll be a front court throw-in for the Esquires. 1 minute and 36 to go. Castillo inbounds. Gutierrez receives. Pineda crowded by Fabiosa. De La Rosa against Espinosa. He fires and receives a foul from Espinosa. It'll be 2 charities for Bert De La Rosa.
Foul Espinosa.
Foul number 3 on Espinosa. 1 minute and 26 seconds to go. 60 to 39. De La Rosa has 8 points. No hit. 3 out of 4 from the field and 2 out of 3 from the line. De La Rosa's got 8. 60 against 39. 1 minute and 26 to go.
20-point advantage on a split by De La Rosa. Crispa on the offensive. Espinosa to Fabiosa. 1 minute and 15 to go. Cesar waiting for a cut by Javier. He's crowded, and there is contact on the play going against De La Rosa most likely. 2 charities for Cesar. Penalty situation against Tanduay.
3rd foul by De La Rosa. They're in penalty trouble. Coach Tito Eduque looking very wearily at the scoreboard. They are in penalty trouble, and he knows, or at least he's probably thinking that these boys know that they're in penalty trouble, so they should avoid those fouls. But they've been committing the fouls, and Crispa has been cashing in on them. 62 to 40 now, with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go.
De La Rosa passing over to Gutierrez. That tight Crispa defense has resulted in a number of turnovers. There was another one almost completed by Espinosa, but De La Rosa cashes in. Momentary open shot. 62 to 42. Redmanizers by 20, 45 seconds to go. Espinosa moves in, flank try, bullseye. 64 to 42. 38 seconds to go. The awesome bench strength of Crispa displayed in this first half alone. There's a pushing foul spotted by referee Tim Cruz, going against Capaccio for an offensive foul and a turnover.
Foul number 2 on Eli Capaccio with 31 seconds to go, 64 to 42. There's probably going to be a pretty long talk and in
Passing
the
error.
dugout of Tanduay after this half.
Passing error by Philip Cesar. He attempted a fancy back pass for Javier. Castillo fires and rims out. It's Philip Cesar pitching to Ko. Fabiosa waiting for the possible pass. Ko spins around, uses the glass, misses. Fabiosa follows up. He is fouled.
By Capaccio, maybe. That's going to be his 3rd. If it's on Eli Capaccio, he's raising his hand. He knows he
Foul Capaccio.
may have committed a foul. Yes, 11 seconds to go. 64 to 42. 22-point advantage now by Crispa. 64 to 42. First attempt is good. 11 seconds to go. Fabiosa, 6 points. This is the 7th. No, he misses on that try. 65 to 42. It's a 23-point advantage by Crispa. Now 24 points. 11 seconds remaining.
Diagonal passes by Tanduay. Gutierrez passing back to Pineda. There's contact going against Atoico with 6 seconds to go.
Foul call.
Crispa now lands in penalty trouble, but only 6 seconds remain in the first half. Gutierrez will inbound. Time enough for a good attempt at the basket for the Esquires. Eli Capaccio with a bad pass. 3 seconds left. Crispa now has 3 seconds to make a try for the basket. There's a long pitch all the way to Javier. It's intercepted by Capaccio. 1 second to go. And De La Rosa was off the mark in his attempt to try and score. So after the first 2 quarters of action, it's Crispa 66, Tanduay 42. A 24 halftime lead enjoyed by a rampaging Crispa quintet. Back to their original Redmanizer name. We'll tell you how they scored after these.
Brilliancy. The rest have not shown their par
Especially Rene Canet.
Rene Canet, yes.
That's right. Well, we're looking forward to probably a major overhaul by Tito Eduque. He is a little bit red in the cheeks right now, so he may have had some kind of an outburst in the dugout, which is quite possible considering the performance of Tanduay right now.
You see, Amy, having been a coach myself, that's the greatest task, the greatest difficulty of a coach. The greatest problem of a coach really is the attitude, to develop that attitude, that sting.
Yes.
Once that's gone, it's easy to say, come on, come on, come on, but whether they gave it or not, it's not that easy. There are so many things I've got to consider. The relationship between the coach and the manager and the players, between players, and even the assistants have got to do something.
Yes.
It's really a terrible thing, but it cannot just be done and an overnight.
Certainly not in one game. Okay, we've got the Esquires in the offensive. They have a 24-point deficit to overhaul in 2 quarters of action. A tough task. Sanchez drives in to lay up. 66 to 44. Ubalde. Right flank. Out again to Fabiosa. Crispa starting out with Cesar, Fabiosa, Javier, Ubalde, and Bong de la Cruz. A hit by Ubalde from the right corner, while the Esquires have Sanchez, Cleopas, De La Rosa, Capaccio, and Gutierrez. 45 ticks gone by in the 3rd period. The crucial 3rd in the PBA. Gutierrez moving in against De La Cruz. There's a foul spotted by referee Ting Cruz. Committed by De La Cruz.
De La Cruz picking up foul number 1. 68 to 44, 24-point advantage by Crispa. 11 minutes and 9 seconds to go.
The inbound goes to Cleopas. Sanchez barreling in, the pass to Gutierrez. Gutierrez fires, and he sinks it using the glass. 68 to 46. 22-point advantage for the Redmanizers. Ubalde hands off to Fabiosa. Fabiosa loses the ball. Gutierrez stealing it. And it's a screen out by Cleopas off Fabiosa, preventing Fabiosa from getting that loose ball. Cleopas apologizing to Fabiosa, who is hoping for a foul, which wasn't called. It was a good screen out maneuver by Joy Cleopas. Capaccio hands back. Cleopas fires, misses. The rebound to Javier. Javier with a pitch all the way to Ubalde. Cleopas is behind him. The layup by Ubalde for 2. 70 to 46. Again, it's a 24-point cushion for the Redmanizers. 10 minutes and 22 seconds left. Sanchez barreling into Fabiosa. De La Rosa from the flank. Yes. Bert De La Rosa has been pretty consistent for Tanduay tonight. 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go. 22-point lead by Crispa. Ubalde to Fabiosa. Philip Cesar firing on a jumper, missing on a back try. Cleopas all the way to De La Rosa. 9 minutes and 55 seconds ago. De La Rosa crowded, gets a shot up, but there was contact by Fabiosa, most likely.
Foul,
It'll be 2 charities
Fabiosa.
for De La Rosa.
Fabiosa picks up foul number 1. This is the 2nd team foul charged to Crispa against no foul by Tanduay with 9 minutes and 51 seconds to go. De La Rosa attempts and misses on that first try. De La Rosa has 13 points so far. The 14th is up? No, it's not.
No hit on 2 tries by De La Rosa. Cross-court pitch by Fabiosa to De La Cruz. All the way to Philip Cesar. He stretches out and connects. No dribble on that play. It was just a series of passes by Crispa. And they covered a lot of ground in so short a time. Sanchez retaliates. He is fouled. The shot is counted. De La Cruz guilty of the contact.
Foul,
3-point play
De La
coming up
Cruz.
for Vic Sanchez.
9 minutes and 31 seconds to go. 72 to 50. Sanchez at the line has got 6 points right now. Vic Sanchez connecting, completing. We're at 72 to 51 now. 9 minutes and 30 to go.
Into the front court for Crispa. Fabiosa hands off for Balde. Goes for the hoop and misses. The rebound pulled down by Capaccio. Cleofas now in the front court. Pursued by Fabiosa. Now Balde picks him up. Sanchez against Cesar. He loses the ball. Cesar with a pitch to Fabiosa. Fabiosa sidestepping De La Rosa and converting. 74 to 51. Crispa's fast breaks are working like a charm, and they have been getting the higher percentage attempts. That's a reason for their very outstanding performance from the field. Ubalde missing. Could have given a pass. The defense of the Esquires was not really set up yet. 8 and 45 to go. 23-pointer by Crispa. De La Rosa, top of the key. Gutierrez with a snapshot. Straight and true. 74 to 53. 8.5 to go. Third quarter. Cesar gets a half step on Sanchez. He gets a pass but loses it. Sanchez intercepting. De La Rosa to Cleofas. Cleofas with a drive. His pass goes back to him. Loose ball tapped away. Fabiosa recovers it. Pursued by De La Rosa. Shovels a pass to Philip Cesar. Cesar makes his move. Running try. Trickles out. The tip in by Javier. He loses the ball at the baseline for a turnover. Fabiosa is now replaced by Dionisio. 21-point advantage by Crispa.
De La Rosa.
Rene Canent replaces De La Rosa, who has been the steadiest Esquire. 8 minutes remaining in this third period. Rene Canent against Dionisio. Capaccio at the post. There's a cut by Gutierrez. He fires and connects. Back shot by Gutierrez. 74 to 55. 19-point advantage by Crispa. Biggest lead was at 24. Cesar to Ubalde. Ubalde off balance attempt. Gutierrez now over to Canent. 7 and 25 to go. Canent hands off. Gutierrez all the way out. Cleofas for a 3-point try. Bullseye. They needed that.
3 points for Cleofas.
And now it's down to 16 at 74 to 58. Esquires making some headway in this third period so far. Philip Cesar moving against Sanchez. Inside to Javier. Javier is fouled by Capaccio.
Foul,
Eli
Capaccio.
Capaccio picks up foul number 4. 7 minutes and 2
Capaccio
seconds to
for
go
foul.
in the third quarter. 74 to 58 is the score. A substitution is going to be made by Tito Duque shortly. Castillo will
Dionisio.
descend in.
Javier going for the hoop and missing. The rebound pulled down by Sanchez. 6 minutes and 48 to go. The Esquires are getting going now. And there's a foul by De La Cruz on Canent.
Foul, De La Cruz.
De La Cruz
Capaccio.
picks up foul number 3. Capaccio is now being lifted. 6 minutes and 45 seconds to go. 74 against 58.
Cleofas had a 3-point conversion earlier. He tries again and misses this one. Loose ball bounces over to Joy Dionisio. Long pitch to Ubalde. Ubalde tried to tap it. It goes to Cesar for the easy layup. Good assist by Ubalde. Now it's 76 to 58. 18-point lead by the Redmanizers. 6 and 25 to go. Cleofas setting up the play for the Esquires. Sanchez, right quarter court against Cesar. He sets up Castillo for the set shot. Yes. 76 to 60. Crispa by 16. Relaxing somewhat in this third quarter. Cesar for a 3-point try. Good line, but it is short. Castillo over to Sanchez. 6 minutes to go. Sanchez foiled by Cesar. He was distracted in that drive. We've got a timeout.
Get a Kelvinator refrigerator today. It's got the largest freezer compartment in its class.
Abid Gidabin missing a heartbreaker on a setup pass coming from Cesar. Canet out to Cleophas Castillo, left side of the keyhole. Back again to Canet. Canet losing his footing. Sanchez missing from top of the key. Cesar with a pitch too far ahead of Abid Gidabin. He was caught on the wrong foot, and he couldn't pivot in time. 76-60. Crispa's lead down to 16. 5 minutes and 22 seconds left. We're in the third quarter. Second game of the opening day of the All Filipino Basketball Tournament. Capping off the 1980 season of the Philippine Basketball Association. Sanchez cross court. Castillo with a change of pace, but he missed, and Gidabin pulls it down. His pitch a little too long for Natividad. 2 passing errors by Crispa. They're getting very careless. 5 minutes to go. But this is typical of Crispa. They build up a big lead, and there's a very, very big tendency to relax. A tap out by Dionisio. It is a pretty dangerous
And it's a bad habit.
because Crispa has lost some games because of this habit.
And even in the last conference, if you remember correctly, they could have qualified easily.
Right, against Q-Tex.
A few points, but they relaxed too much. As a matter of fact, that they almost were in danger even in the last minutes.
That's true.
Well, they could have really built up and continued the kind of games so that they could have easily qualified.
And it doesn't look like they have learned the lesson because of that, right? Because tonight it's happening again. Oh, we've got a good pass by Freddy Hubalde. Joy Dionisio cutting in at the proper moment. 78-62. Crispa again by 16.
And to think, Dick, that Crispa can do it really if they wanted to build as many points, because Tanduay is not really sharp tonight.
Definitely so. Sanchez had to scramble for that pass from Canet. Sanchez moving in, missing on the try. The follow-up is wide of the mark. Loose ball, recovered by Castillo. He lays up, and it sinks finally. Very aggressive play by Nat Castillo, but he had to earn that basket. Beautiful pass by Dionisio. The shot is counted. Philip Cesar barreled into Cleophas, both of them hitting the deck.
Foul, Cleophas.
Cleophas guilty of the contact.
Cleophas, 4 fouls.
Philip Cesar will take the bonus shot for a possible three-point play. And we've got some substitutions. Cleophas is replaced by De La Rosa. Hubalde, likewise, is given a rest as Atoy Ko comes back into the Crispa lineup.
Philip Cesar connects. 3 minutes and 41 seconds to go. It's now 81 against 64.
17-point advantage by the Redmanizers as Canet gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez against Gidabin. Running layup is a failure, and the loose ball is recovered by De La Rosa. De La Rosa to Gutierrez, short stab, and we've got a loose ball foul as Gidabin controls the rebound. We've got an offensive foul by Gidabin. Gidabin asking teammate Atoy Ko whether he really committed the foul.
It's foul number 3 for Abid Gidabin.
A bank hit by Vic Sanchez. 81-66. Diagonal pass, Cesar with a layup. Yes. It was a good pitch by Atoy Ko. 83-66. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. This is the third period. Esquires have managed to whittle down a 24-point halftime lead. And the closest has been 15 points so far. De La Rosa with a jumper. He rimmed out. Sorry miss. Follow-up is a block on Gutierrez. Call over to Cesar. Cesar converts easily over the head of Rene Canet, whom he towered over. 85-66. Pinpoint passing by Ko has resulted in 2 hits by Cesar. Castillo missing. Natividad controlling. Gidabin forward. It's tapped, hitting the glass. Recovered by Gutierrez. Gutierrez loses the ball to Dionisio. Dionisio was a little too strong on that attempt. It's Gutierrez again with Dionisio pursuing from behind. 2 minutes and 15 to go. Canet at left quarter court. driving into the lane. De La Rosa is set up. Missed. And we've got loose ball recovered by Ko. Ko with a pitch. Diagonal pass to Gidabin. 3-on-1. Gidabin goes in all the way for the layup too. Dionisio Natividad waiting for the pass, which never materialized.
They're up again by 21 points at 87-66.
A minute and 51 seconds to go, and we've got a foul. The foul spotted
Foul,
against Cesar.
Cesar picks up foul number
Gutierrez.
2. Gutierrez now being replaced, and we've got a Crispa timeout.
Get a Kelvinator refrigerator today. It's got the largest freezer compartment in its class.
Natividad connecting for Crispa as the ball game resumes. Gidabin pulling down a miss by Sanchez. The lead is 23 points again. Lead pass by Ko. Another beautiful assist for Joy Dionisio. Ate Ko has been concentrating on assists in this game. Counter basket by Vic Sanchez on a feed by Monzon. Now it's 91-68. A minute and 5 seconds ago, Sanchez recovers a loose ball. 60 ticks left in the third quarter as Crispa piles up another big lead. Canet over to Castillo, out again to De La Rosa, back to Canet. 52 seconds ago. Canet with a running try, yes, right in front of the basket. 91-70. 45 seconds left. Carpio's back on the Crispa lineup. The pass lost by Gidabin for a turnover. 42 ticks to go.
Bayam missing the rhythm of Rene Canet's movements. Do you think age has caught up with him? Or it's just one of his slow days?
One of his bad days, maybe. I don't believe that he had grown that old yet.
Not that quickly. He was pretty impressive in the Open tournament, starting out the 1980 season. It could be the long layoff by
That's possible.
Ko missing from the right corner. Castillo back to Canet. Cross court to Monzon, back to Canet. Canet with a jumper. Offline. He recovers, fakes, fires again and misses. Monzon caught by the buzzer. At the end of three quarters, it's 91 for Crispa, 72 for Tanduay. We'll be back in a short.
It's got the largest freezer compartment in its class.
Javier driving in, opening of the fourth period. He connects. 93-72, and Crispa has a 21-pointer again. They have dominated this contest from the very outset. Evangelista is back on the Tanduay lineup. De La Rosa loses the ball on a tap by Ko. Recovery made by Natividad. A pass recovered by Javier. Javier with a layup. Yes, another hit. Javier was in there on that Crispa fast break. Now it's a 23-point advantage again, 95-72 on two hits by Javier. Another interception by Fabiosa. Natividad back to Fabiosa to Natividad for the layup. Spectacular play by Crispa. We've got a technical foul going against Crispa for interfering with the ball after the conversion. It was a tap by Javier after that hit by Natividad, but they were already warned before not to handle the ball after conversion. So this will be the second technical foul called against Crispa on the same offense.
It's 97-72 right now, and Monzon trying to improve the score of Tanduay. He succeeds in that first try of this. But Tanduay, although it has recovered somewhat in the third quarter with a 42% output as opposed to 33% in the first half from the field, this will still be very much below the average of Crispa, which is 57% from the field. Although Tanduay won the quarter there, 30 against 25, mainly because of one three-point shot and more hits from the field, at 13 against 31 tries, as opposed to Crispa's 12 out of 21 tries. Tanduay won the third quarter by 5 points. They out-rebounded Crispa, 15 against 12, and out-assisted Crispa, 10 against 9, and also committed less errors, 3 against 5.
That was Ate Ko assisting Bernie Fabiosa on the play. And this is the biggest lead now by Crispa, 26-point advantage, 99-73. Monzon to Pineda. Ate Ko has been outstanding on the assist side, although he has not really scored his usual output. Loose ball recovered by Freddy Ubalde. Again, Crispa fast breaking. The bounce pass goes over to Fabiosa. He fires and misses. The rebound goes to Ubalde. He reverses, and the ball bounces out. We've got a loose ball foul. going against Hubalde, most likely.
Hubalde.
That's right.
Second foul by Hubalde, and the first team foul charged to Crispa. 10 minutes and 7 seconds remaining.
The Redmanizers are showing everybody that they are in dead earnest in defense of their only PBA title to date, the All Filipino, which they won in the first tournament last year. Bounce pass to Hubalde. Hubalde is crowded and fouled by De La Rosa.
De La Rosa picks up foul number 4. Crispa won last year's tournament with a 22-win, 5-loss record. They defeated Toyota with 20 wins and 7 losses. They were the runners-up last year. Tanduay was 3rd place in the 1979 All Filipino, while Philman Bank placed 4th.
De La Rosa losing the ball on a beautiful tap by Ko, who recovered before it went out at the baseline. Hubalde setting up Fabiosa for the layup and a miss. Javier follows up and misses likewise. 3 tries, all failures. De La Rosa with a layup, also missing. And Monzon is fouled. The foul going against Ko. It'll be 2 charities for Monzon.
2 fouls by Ate Ko. 9 minutes and 9 seconds to go. Among the rebound leaders last year, we have ranking first Billy Robinson with an average of 17.6 rebounds a game. Fernandez at 12.2 in 2nd place. Del Rosario of Gilby's Gins with 11.1. And Manny Panera of Great Taste at 10.8. Albie King is in 5th place with an average of 10 per game. Gidabin of Crispa is in 7th position. There was a hit by Monzon with the time down to 9 minutes and 7 seconds. It's 99-74 on the board.
Crispa in the offensive once again, nursing a 25-point lead. Natividad out again to Ko. Javier moving against Capascio. He gives it to Hubalde, who loses the ball. It's picked up by Pineda. Pineda with a long pitch, tapped by Javier to Hubalde. Another turnover. Ko set up by Hubalde. He fires and misses. Rebound going to Fabiosa. Spins around and sinks it. Very quick move by Fabiosa. 101-74. This is the biggest lead. 27 points by Crispa. 8 minutes and 22 seconds to go. 3-point try by Cleopas. Bullseye.
3 points.
That's a second triple by Cleopas tonight. 101-77. Deflected pass goes to Hubalde, and he lays up easily for 2. 103-77. Lead back to 26 points. 8 minutes to go. Plenty of time, but the Redmanizers have been dominant all throughout this game. The 3rd triple by Cleopas. 103-80. Lead cut down to 23 points. There is a block by Evangelista on Hubalde. It'll be a front court throw-in.
Pineda.
Foul number 2 by Evangelista, and Pineda is now given a rest by Rene Canen. Here comes Vic Sanchez for Evangelista with 7 minutes and 42 seconds to go. That was Rivera, who was replaced by Rene Canen earlier. Okay, 103-80 is the count.
Ate Ko, watched closely by Monzon. Waits for the cutters, and Hubalde is fouled by Sanchez.
Foul Sanchez.
Sanchez is first.
Another front court throw-in for the Redmanizers with 7:38 to go. They have a 23-point lead. Ko getting away from Monzon, shovels a pass, and Javier is fouled in the act of shooting. It'll be 2 charities for Javier on a foul by Monzon. And while the charities are being fashioned from the first and only foreign champion, Nicholas Tudley Fashion Makers, comes the Pure Gold Collection, a 24-carat product line in the latest casual wear. Nicholas Tudley's Pure Gold, a solid investment in style, quality, and comfort. Available at selected department stores. Nicholas Tudley's Pure Gold. Try it now. You'll love it.
Javier has 8 points. The miss by Javier with 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go. 104-80.
Canen over to Gutierrez. He misses on a bank shot, and Fabiosa loses the ball. Capascio back to Fabiosa, who dove for it, and Espinosa has it all the way to Ko. What a save by Espinosa. 3-point try by Ko. Short And the ball is out at the baseline handle, last by Ko. What a save by both Fabiosa and Espinosa, and we've got a Crispa timeout.
Get a Kelvinator refrigerator today. It's got the largest freezer compartment in its class.
Turnover as a result of a bad pass by Ubalde. Gutierrez lays up, connects, and he is fouled by Espinosa.
Foul, Fabio.
No, it's Fabiosa,
Second
who
foul
was
by
also
Fabiosa.
involved.
13 foul charge to Crispa. 6 minutes and 43 seconds to go. You're watching this game live over Progress Television 4 with 104 against 82 on the board. We're coming your way live and in color. Gutierrez no, he doesn't connect.
The tap goes back to Gutierrez, and he connects. That's, you might call it a 4-point play. Back-to-back hits by Gutierrez, although he missed on his lone charity. A bad inbound by Ubalde, intended
Javier.
for Ko. Goes out at the sideline for a turnover. Javier is
Javier.
now replaced by Guidabin.
As he picks up foul number 2. Philip Cesar comes in
Ubalde.
for Freddy Ubalde. It's a 20-point cushion being enjoyed by Crispa with time down to 6 minutes and a half.
Eli Capascio at the low post. Sanchez with a drive back to Capascio. Good assist by Sanchez. Capascio connecting. 104-86. Crispa lead down to 18. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left. Espinosa getting away from Canet. Bounce pass Fabiosa to Ko. Ko against Gutierrez. He moves in. Moves around the keyhole, fires and connects. Ko looking for the opening, finding it and scoring. 106-86. The lead is 20 points again. Going up to 27. Interception by Espinosa over to Fabiosa. And Fabiosa completes it. This is perhaps the biggest reason why Espinosa was taken in, to augment the terrific ball hawking capability of Fabiosa. And every time both of them team up on the ball carrier, they are likely to cause havoc, which has happened a number of times. Ko, unable to save a bad pass by Tanduay. 5 minutes and 27 seconds to go. Canet over to Capascio. Capascio under the basket. His attempt was a little too short. Ko to Espinosa. Espinosa cross court. Fabiosa changing direction, using the glass and converting. 110-88.
Atoyko has definitely concentrated on assists more than point making in tonight's game.
Guidabin grabbing the ball away from Sanchez. He's got a smile on his face. Atoyko for a 3-point try. He bounces out. Cleophas. He's got 3 triples. He sets up Canet. Canet out of the basket. Laying up for 2. 110-90. A pitch by Ko, saved by Guidabin. It was actually over the line in midair, but Guidabin was in fair territory. A steal by Cleophas off Philip Cesar. 4.5 to go. Cleophas for another triple. It's short. And Ko gets that rebound. Moves into the front court on a fast drive. He sets up Cesar for the hit. It was a running screen with an assist by Atoyko. 112-90. Canet getting away and connecting, but he is also fouled at the same time by Fabiosa.
Foul, Fabiosa.
Third foul by Bernie Fabiosa with 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go. 112 against 90 on the scoreboard. We've got Rene Canet at the line. It's a 22-point advantage by Crispa. Tanduay's got 4 fouls. Crispa's got 4. Rene Canet's got 10 points. And he misses on that try of his.
Into the front court. Another fast break by the Redmanizers with Espinosa leading it. He missed, hitting the deck and rolling over. No foul. Cleophas this time loses the ball. It's knocked out at the baseline, outside for Tanduay. A good tap out by Guidabin. 112-92. 3 minutes and 57 seconds left. As early as the third period, Crispa indicated that they were very serious in notching their first victory, although they did relax somewhat. Guidabin converts 114-92. 3:35 left. Canet against Espinosa, missing, and the rebound goes to Sanchez for a follow-up miss. Cesar losing that ball. It goes to Canent for an easy hit. 114 to 94 into the front court. It's a weave by Co against Gutierrez. Cross court for Biosa. Gidabin is fouled in the act of shooting. Capacio's contact. It'll be 2 charities for Abet Gidabin.
Foul, Capacio.
14 points by Abet Gidabin, and this is a 15. No, he doesn't make it. We have Janisha coming in now for Bernie Fabiosa. 114 to 94, a 20-point advantage by Crispa with 3 minutes and 13 seconds to go. We have Abet Gidabin at the line. He has put in 14 points so far. This is the 15th. If he makes it, he does. 115 to 94.
21-pointer by Crispa. It's been seesawing from 15 to 27 points. Running try by Canent is short. Loose ball recovered by Espinosa. Espinosa hangs on to that ball. Gidabin over to Cole. Cole for a 3-point try. It bounces out. He's been unsuccessful so far. Cleopas against Dionisio. Running try too strong. Cole bats it out of the baseline. We've got a timeout.
Get a Kelvinator refrigerator today. It's got the largest freezer compartment in its class.
Gidabin.
Capaccio converted with a foul by Gidabin. And Capaccio is trying to complete a 3-point play at the moment.
He completes it. 115 to 97, 2 minutes and 39 to go. Too far for Cesar.
Wild pass by Abet Gidabin. 115 to 97. Crispa by 18. Big points. 2 and 39 to go. Rene Canent against Espinosa. Firing and missing, but there was a foul.
Foul, Espinosa.
Espinosa guilty of the contact.
Two minutes and 33 seconds to go. Rene Canent attempting and almost missing.
Gidabin.
Gidabin is now being lifted by Javier. 115 to 98 with 2 minutes and 33 seconds to go. The Tanduay team almost to a man performing lusterly in tonight's game against Crispa.
Interception by Canent, and he converts at another faulty inbound by Philip Cesar that time. Pressing Tanduay Esquires, trying to whittle down the lead. It's a 14-pointer now, 115 to 101. Espinosa in the front court. Bounce pass to Javier. He is fouled by Capaccio. And that'll be the 6th and final foul of Eli Capaccio tonight.
2 minutes and 16 seconds.
Capaccio.
As
Capaccio,
Capaccio fouls out.
Cesar.
Substitution. Cesar is now being replaced by Freddy Hubalde, who is celebrating his birthday today. Castillo is trying to come in without reporting to the table's officials when he was spotted by referee Bartolome. How's that again, Bay?
Even reporting to the table official had been forgotten already.
They must have really lost their concentration, huh?
We're looking at the time.
Yeah, that's right.
And the time is down to 2 minutes and 5 seconds now after Co missed. He tries again, converts this one, and it's counted with a foul by Gutierrez. 3-point play for Atoy Co.
Foul, Gutierrez.
Gutierrez picks up foul number 1. 2 minutes and 2 seconds to go. Atoy Co is at the line. Atoy Co was the highest ranking point maker in the 1979 All Filipino
Last
Conference
2
with an
minutes.
average.
These last 2 minutes is brought to you by Insular Life, now on its 70th year of service.
Atoy Co then was averaging 27 points, 0.4 per ball game.
Jimmy Javier guilty of contact on Sanchez. But the ball game has been won very, very early in this contest by the rampaging Crispa Redmanizers.
Sanchez connecting. First hit by Big Sanchez, 118 to 102. Make it still 118 to 102.
Castillo recovers, misses on a try. Sanchez cashes in. 118 to 104. Crispa lead, 14 points, a minute and 37 left. Ubalde. Over to Co. for moving against Gutierrez. And there is contact by Sanchez.
Sanchez picks up foul number 2. A minute and 29 seconds to go. 118 to 104. Penalty situation enforced against both clubs. And here is Atoyko again at the line. He has a total of 13 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists with 1 interception, 1 steal, and 1 block shot. He has so far committed only 2 personal fouls, but has committed 2 errors in the course of the game.
120 to 104. Crispa by 16, a minute and 20 to go. Canet misses from the right flank. Javier controls. Dionisio with a forward pitch to Ubalde. He fumbles it, saves it, but it goes to De La Rosa instead. Canet moves into the front court. Canet sidestepping, laying up for 2. 120 to 106. 60 ticks to go. Atoyko to Javier. He lays up and makes it. 54 seconds left. It's a 122-106 score. 16-point advantage. Gutierrez back to Canet. Beautiful assist by Canet. Gutierrez connects. 122 to 108. 44 seconds left. Lead past the courts. Perfect. We've got a block on the play by Javier. He tried to screen off Gutierrez and Castillo. Turnover ensues with 39 seconds to go. Tanduay behind by 14. Tried to whittle down the winning lead of Crispa before the end of the game. Canet sneaks in a basket. Now we've got a technical foul going against the Esquires this time.
Technical foul, Gutierrez.
Gutierrez picks up the foul. It's foul number 2. Or rather, just a technical foul, so no personal foul is registered against Gutierrez. But this awards Crispa a charity shot as Atoyko connects for Crispa. It is now 123 to 110. They're protecting a 13-point lead, but time is down to just 34 seconds.
The outcome of this game was never really in doubt. Crispa Redmanizers, very impressive in their first outing, coupled with the fact that the Esquires have still to show their old form, the form that won them a first division rating in the past few seasons.
And a form that earned for them 3rd place in the 1979 All Filipino Conference, winning 16 games and losing 11, behind Toyota's 20 wins and 7 losses, who placed 2nd to Crispa's 22 wins against 5 losses.
Running layup connection by Sanchez, 125 to 112. Crispa by 13. Only 17 seconds to go. Espinosa weaves into the front court. There's a pass to Javier. Javier lays up, and there is a charge by Javier. 13 seconds to go. Turnover for Tanduay.
Javier picks up foul number 4. 13 ticks to go.
Tanduay still has enough time to make a good try at the basket. Canet with a running shot. It trickles in. 125 to 114. He warmed up too late in the contest, and there was never any serious threat from the Esquires. Ubalde over to Espinosa, who is blocked as the final buzzer sounds, signaling an 11-point win by Crispa, 125 against Tanduay's